So you have pain, you have an injury, you need a physical therapist. What do you do? How do you find the best one in your area, that true rock star PT that you know is going to get you relief fast? I'm going to tell you the 2 steps here. One, how to do your online search to find the best PT in your area. And then two, how to know when you go within your first 2 visits if that PT is legit without having to have any medical knowledge at all yourself. I'm going to tell you how you can figure this out to get yourself the best care. So the first thing, what we do when anyone's looking for anything at all, how do we start our online search? Okay. Before you just go to Google and type in best PT near me, there's another website I want you to check out. I'll put the link in the description. It's aaompt.org. Okay, you're going to go to that website first. This website will direct you towards PTs that have gone through advanced training in hands-on techniques, clinical decision-making, so you're more likely to hit a home run when you find the best one. I'll take you through that here. So you're going to go to that website. If you're on your phone, you're going to click on the menu drop down at the top, those 3 lines right there. If you're on a desktop, just look at the top menu bar. Click on those 3 lines, and you're going to look for the tab that says Public Resources. You're going to click on that, or click on the arrow right beside it if you're on the phone. And then another drop down is going to come up, and you're going to look for the link that says Find a Fellow. Click on that link that says Find a Fellow. And from there, you're going to find a fellow is someone who's gone through a fellowship training, so more advanced skills that they'll have. You can search for your area. You can look around for people near you, search for towns near you. This credential is not super common, so it would be very normal for you to not have anyone in your area with this credential. So look at towns around you as well, okay? If you can find a PT with this in your hometown, that is where you want to go first. Okay, now that's not to say that every PT who's great has to have this credential. That's not true at all. There are a lot of PTs that don't have this credential. In fact, most don't. Some are great, but the percentage of ones that are great are very small, in my opinion. But the percentage of PTs that are great that have this credential is much larger. So your odds of hitting a home run starting there are much better. Okay, so that's your starting point. But let's say there's no one in your area. Now what do you do? My suggestion is always to go on local Facebook groups, your town Facebook page, and get recommendations. Throw out a suggestion there, or ask your neighbors, or get suggestions from people first. Find a recommendation, and then if you can get those, then go on Google and read their Google reviews. Now some of those can be manufactured, but it's your best bet to start out. Okay, you pick your place, and now let's say you've decided where you want to go. You've gone through that process. You still don't know for sure, but I'm going to tell you now how to when you go in your first visit. Now, any PT clinic, when you go in for your first evaluation, you're going to meet with the physical therapist. They're going to go through a bunch of time. You'll spend time with that PT. But here's what you want on that first visit. You want to feel like that PT is hearing your story, and they're listening to you, and they're trying to put together the whole picture of what's going on with you and your specific injury and your body. Okay, if you don't get that sense, that's a cause for concern. You also want to see your physical therapist going through what's called a test, treat, retest thought process, meaning whatever your most painful thing is, like reaching or squatting or reaching or bending, they're looking at that, and then they're providing some treatment, and then they're retesting it to see if that treatment worked. That shows that they're using, the wheels are turning. They're trying to figure out what's driving your pain. Okay, and on the first visit, a lot of PTs will do this. But here's the key. When you go back for your second visit, many times you'll start on the bike, you'll go through exercises with the aide, you'll spend 10 minutes with the PT, and suddenly that thought process goes away. And that's where you can tell on that second visit if your PT is really good, because you want to see that same thought process happening every single time you go in the clinic. They should be looking at what's going on with you that day. They should be doing some treatments, and they should be retesting to see if those treatments were helpful for you. Now, even if they weren't, that's okay. That PT will figure it out eventually. But you want to see that your therapist has that thought process going on every single visit. And every visit is new. They're not doing the same exact things every time. So those are some tricks that you can look for when you go into your first couple visits. If you're not seeing that, bail out. Go find somebody else. Try your second choice, but move on. You have the right to choose the best provider for you because it's your body, it's your injury, and you need to get the best care for you. I really hope that that helps you kind of narrow the search a little bit and get you to the right place that you need to be.